your announcer for your beef showmanship this afternoon. We'll be starting with the pre-junior showmanship here in about 5 minutes. Pre-junior showmanship here in about 5 minutes at 4:30. This is going to be your first class of pre-junior showmanship. Landry, are you getting everything all right over there? Sweet.
Good afternoon, everybody. Pleasure to be out here this evening. Thank goodness that it got a little bit cooler out here to work through showmanship with everybody's kids. I think a really good way to start off with these pre-juniors coming out here. I think the two that we get on the top end of this class do an extremely good job for me. Young man with the Hereford steer just never gave me a reason to beat him. He come out here, was on point the whole time. He got that calf where he needed to be. His presentation was very good. Where he positioned himself with that calf, and I just always got a really good look at that steer. Congratulations to him. Young lady coming out here with this heifer again. I think that young lady has a real good understanding of what it's going to take to be a really good showman whenever she gets on through the ranks, being going into some of those intermediate and senior divisions. Maybe just every once in a while, maybe just didn't get that calf to walk into it just as smooth as the young man with that Hereford steer. But like I said, I think the mechanics of that young lady are going to be awfully fun for everybody to watch ringside. Young man here with this white steer again. I think he's got an awful lot of try in him, and I think, like we said, going on through the ranks as that young man gets older and he develops, gets a little bit more strength to him. I think again it's going to be awfully fun to watch him show these steers for the years to come. Young man out here, same kind of story here with the red heifer. Just every once in a while, maybe caught him with those feet maybe being a little bit out of place, or maybe just wasn't quite aware of where I was. But again, I think the mechanics were there. Young lady with the black steer, again, I think just keep working at it. Come out, get that calf, maybe just a tick more used to this ring setting. I think you're going to have a bright future as well. Let's go ahead, give all these kids a round of applause in the pre-junior division.
Here's your unofficial placings for the pre-junior class. In fifth place, Paulina Martinez. Fourth place, Weiston Gregory. Third place, Everett Decker. Second place, Mason Cantwell. And first place, Tanner Krebs. Congratulations. Your next class is going to be class 1 or 02-03. It's going to be your junior showmanship.
Again, I think a really nice way to start off this division of showmanship. We're going to hold these three individuals back to come back for the overall in this particular division. I talked to the young ladies that are going to exit the ring here as well. But let's go ahead and give all these kids a round of applause for coming out here for showmanship tonight.
Coming to the ring next is going to be your second class of junior showmanship. Your judge today for your beef showmanship is going to be Taylor Oldie. Taylor is from Greene, Kansas. He is a commercial marketing director for the Red Angus Association. He grew up showing cattle in Kansas and loves helping the youth grow the cattle industry. Make sure you give Taylor a big thank you after the show because he's dedicated a lot of time to this and it would not be possible without him.
again, I think a good group of these kids, probably not as big as the last one. We're going to hold the two young men to come back here in the Grand Drive. Just probably a little bit more on just take it to the next notch in terms of some of their presentation. I discussed again with those kids here on the outside of the ring. Let's give this heat a big round of applause here as they exit the ring. again, we're going to keep the three that I pulled out here on the side of the ring. We're going to dismiss these two young men, and then we're going to get that grand drive back in here. But again, really good set of these kids. Let's give them a hand as they exit the ring.
All right, coming in next is going to be your junior showmanship drive. And you drive will have Alex Baumgartner, Court Bronzeroff, Kayla Kristen, Sutton Hill, Charlie Landers, Timber Mann, Presley Sidwell, and Cooper Ocker.
We'll leave a little bit of suspense here just because I know I like to get a little bit of that adrenaline every once in a while. I think just leaving these two young men out here for the grand drive of the junior division, I think they deserve just a little bit more limelight. I think they rise to the top in my mind very easily. And like we talked about in that last division, the young man with that Hereford steer just don't give you a reason not to gravitate towards these two. I think they always have those cattle in a position to where they look their best, and that's one thing you'll probably find out about me throughout the evening is I think showmanship is about those animals. Some of them are easier to show than others, and that's probably a topic we get into later on, just going on down the line, just different types and kinds. But I think these two young men do an extremely good job of getting these heifers presented. And like I said, maybe in the junior divisions and these younger divisions, I'm not maybe as hard on kids as getting those livestock set up absolutely perfect. I think I look at junior showmanship and some of these peewee divisions as picking cattle out in the fall. You're not looking at them today. You're trying to project these kids out long term, and I think both these two young men do an extremely good job. I think it's going to be awfully fun to see them go through the ranks and into the older divisions. They're probably going to swap back and forth quite a bit, if I had to say so myself. So if you would please give all these junior kids a big round of applause. Really, really high quality set of young people.
Your reserve champion junior showman is going to be Court Bronze Roth, and your grand champion junior showman is going to be Sutton Hill. Congratulations. Your third place is going to be Kayla Kristen. Fourth place, Paisley Sidwell. Fifth place, Alex Baumgardner. Sixth place, Timber Mann. Seventh place, Charlie Landers. And eighth place, Cooper Ocker. Congratulations. Up next, we're going to go to our intermediate showman. There's going to be 3 heats of intermediate showmen, and then we'll go into our intermediate showmanship drive, and then go into our seniors after that.
heck of a nice way to start off this intermediate division. And as it has been time and time again, probably one of the more just challenging divisions as it is. These kids are just getting into kind of their groove. We're going to hold the four individuals on this side of the ring, but let's go ahead and give all these kids a big hand for coming out here for intermediate showmanship.
Coming to the ring next is going to be your second class of intermediate showmanship.
Again, I think another really good heat of intermediates. We're going to hold the three back on this side. Let's go ahead, give all these kids a big hand as they exit the ring. We get ready for the final heat.
Coming to the ring next is going to be your final class of intermediate showmanship. Following that, we will have an intermediate showmanship drive, and then we will go into our senior showmanship. In your intermediate drive, we're going to have Kendra Arpin, Brentley Bronzeroth, Carly Kristen, Tatum DePorter, Tegan DePorter, Easton Hill, and Rylan Krebs. This is going to be your final class, and then we will go into the drive.
probably a little bit more, I would say, difficult whenever we get out here for this last class. Probably going to have more in the grand drive than maybe we need. But as these cattle and these kids get going around the ring, it's hard to really leave them out because I think that they finally got into a groove, and I think that them themselves are quality enough to stand out here in contention for grand drive. So let's go ahead give these exhibitors a round of applause. We'll keep these guys in here for the grand drive.
All right, coming to the ring now is going to be your intermediate grand drive. We're going to have Kendra Arpin, Brentley Bronsworth, Carly Kristen, Tatum DePorter, Tegan DePorter, Easton Hill, Rylan Krebs, Lexi Vara, Cashlyn Reinick, Duke Schleining, and Faith Johnson.
we're gonna leave these 5 out here, and I'll go select them as we go down. And I like I said when we started this division, this is notorious for being probably the most competitive. Whether there's the most range as far as age goes, or like we said, just the most amount of kids, or just these guys are coming into themselves, which makes it very challenging. And as I go through here, there's a couple things went through my head as far as a Kansas kid that looks to Colorado from the western border. There's 2 shows in the state of Colorado that I grew up with, and I know that and a lot of guys probably have the same thing, and that's the National Western Stock Show. That's the Weld County Fair, and I think these individuals in this particular division of showmanship definitely ring true to why the Weld County Fair is one of the premier shows in the state of Colorado, because all these kids have an extremely immense amount of quality to them, and I bet you could put them on a national scale wherever that may be, and the cards are going to fall in a similar situation in a top 10 or a top 5 or whatever that might be. So with that being said, I'll go probably start from 5th and go my way up to your champion. Give all these intermediate kids an extremely big round of applause. Really, really good set of these young people.
Your reserve intermediate showmanship champion is going to be Tegan DePorter. Your grand champion intermediate showman is going to be Carly Christian. Congratulations. Third place is going to go to Ryland Krebs. Fourth place, Lexi Vara. Fifth place is Tegan DePorter. Fourth place, I apologize. Sixth place is going to go Easton Hill. Seventh place, Kendra Arpin. Eighth place, Brentley Bronsworth. Ninth place, Cashlyn Rynick. 10th place, Duke Schleining. And 11th place, Faith Johnson. Coming to next is going to be your senior showmanship, first class.
I make a comment that intermediate showmanship was extremely difficult when we get into the first class as seniors, and I think that we probably have the most splitting hairs that we have up to this point. And I went through and talked to the individuals on the outside of the ring, and I think that this senior showmanship is going to come down to probably more than just those mechanics. It's going to come down to knowing the animal that you're toting around the ring and how you make those look the best to their ability, just based on some of the characteristics that they have and how you can exemplify those. So we're going to keep these three individuals on the far side of the ring. Let's give these seniors a big hand.
Coming in the ring next is going to be your second class of senior showmanship. Second class of senior showmanship.
another really good group of these senior showmen. And like I said, it probably comes down to some even more critical things than I'm even used to doing. And I think that's awesome because there's a lot of really good showmen out of here. And even if they don't make the top five or the top cut out here, I guarantee you that the showmen that exit this ring are probably in a good spot to win a lot of county fairs around the state of Colorado. And I know for sure around the Midwest. So let's give these seniors a big round of applause, and we'll get in the final heat.
Coming to the ring now is going to be your final class of seniors. Following this last heat of seniors, we'll go into our senior showmanship drive, and that'll end us out for the day.
again, great group of these seniors to finish out on. Let's give them a big round of applause while we get the grand drive of the senior division in here.
All right, here's your senior showmanship drive. We're gonna have Tucker Green, Lana Johnson, Riley Joseph, Peyton Landers, Becca Oliarnik, Hartley Rolston, Bryn Rernick, Sean Roth, Dylan Stone, and Haley Walker. Once again, your judge for today is Taylor Oldie. Taylor's from Greene, Kansas. He's the commercial marketing director for the Red Angus Association. He grew up showing cattle in Kansas and loves helping the youth grow the industry in the cattle. So make sure you go thank Mr. Oldie for coming out and judging today. He's done a wonderful job. Like to remind you guys, if you got family that can't make it, make sure you send them to Ringside Live to go watch the live stream at ringsidelive.com, and they're also live on Facebook. We've also got Allison Marie Media taking pictures all weekend, so make sure you go to allisonmariemedia.com to get your free pictures. So sponsored to you by Chevron.
Again, we're going to do like we did there in the intermediate showmanship, and we're going to start from fifth and go up. And I would like to say that this group of kids extremely good. And I apologize to the younger age divisions if you prepped your kids for a quiz bowl and I didn't come around and ask them questions. I'm as guilty as any. I don't like questions as much because I think we're out here to showcase these livestock to the best of their ability. I have one question and one question at every show that I go to, and usually it comes in senior showmanship because I usually use it to split hairs in some really just competition as far as that's concerned. And that question is, what can you do to these individual animals to make them better, whether with your show stick, a technique that you have out here, or even management at home? I think that is the key to showmanship. There is no doubt in my mind every single kid in this ring is capable of showing livestock, probably not even just restricted to cattle. There's just a certain era or aura about these kids that I think they just have the knack to show multiple species, but I don't doubt that they can show cattle because they're extremely good at it. If they know why they are showing those cattle, I think that's extremely important. And if they don't understand what those issues are, there's going to be a guy come in here tomorrow that's going to tell you what those issues are. You're going to be able to fix them, or you're going to be able to take that loss a heck of a lot easier, because there's going to be a lot of disappointed people. There's disappointed people at every cattle show that you go to, just because not everybody's going to win the buckle, the money, the banner, whatever it may be. But if we can try to fix those, or at least understand, I think that's a huge part of showmanship, because that helps you win humbly, and that helps you lose pretty gracefully as well. Before I go out and select the champions in this senior individual, or this senior lineup, I was really hoping to be able to bring my sister out here. She's my showmanship guru. Excuse me. She's usually the one that I send out to all of our families. She works with all these kids. I'm usually in charge of the feed board when we need to get them clipped, when we need to get them presented. Unfortunately, just the way county fairs go, she had to stay home, take care of things at home. She had to help some customers that we have showing sheep tonight and the cattle tomorrow night. So with that being said, this is a huge family thing, and I get a lot of drive time going around. I drive around the country just looking at cattle and whatnot, and I get a lot of thinking time. One thing that came into mind just from talking to families, talking to a bunch of different breeders, guys that buy cattle from me, one thing that sticks out that I kind of have as a theme this county fair season, especially in Kansas, because it's not near as competitive. It's not near as probably well-rounded as this county for sure. I swear I'm not crying. I'm just running out of breath. Because everybody knows if they give me a microphone, I'm probably going to talk, and that's why the Red Ink Association gives me a podcast. So with that being said, one of the quotes that I come up with is don't let the grind outshadow the glory, because we're here because of the grind. And no matter who wins, who loses, the things that everybody really cherishes at the end of the day, it's going to sting when you don't win. It stings me all the time. But the things that we do in the barn before we walk in the ring, in the truck on our way home, those are the things that I cherish. Those are the things that I get to share with my families. That's the things that I get to cherish with my family at home as well. So as we go through the season, that's the message that I like to preach, is don't forget to grind, because the grind creates the glory. So with that being said, give all these seniors a big round of applause. I'll get you a fifth year champion.
Here's your results from the senior showmanship. Your reserve champion is going to be Dylan Stone. And your grand champion senior showman is going to be Sean Roth. Congratulations. Third place is going to be Haley Walker. Fourth place, Bryn Reinick. Fifth place, Lana Johnson. Sixth place, Tucker Green. Seventh place, Hartley Rolston. Eighth place, Becca Oliarnik. Ninth place, Peyton Landers. And 10th place, Riley Joseph. Give all of them a big round of applause. They worked their tails off to be able to get here. We'll be starting 9 o'clock tomorrow. 9 o'clock tomorrow. We'll see y'all there. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Get home safe. And we'll see you tomorrow.